started going to work, the one thing that took me a little time to get used to is working with diverse people. Because, back when I was in college and university, I used to hang out with my friends. I had a choice who to hang out with. I had a choice who not to interact with. And then suddenly I was at this workplace wherein I had no option. I had to work, and I had to work well with the entire team. And that's when I realized that if you want to be successful at work, you need to learn how to be the best teammate. That's right. Everyone loves a team player in their team, and today we're going to talk about how you can become the best teammate at work. A very warm welcome to this video. My name, of course, is Reema. And you know what? The first thing I want you to do before I start talking about this topic is I want you to subscribe to our channel. And once you've subscribed to our channel, I also want you to press on the bell icon for notifications so that when we upload videos for you, you don't miss out on a single one. Now, hopefully you've done that because you're all fast and efficient. Now, let's learn how to make you an efficient team player. The first point that I have for you is the most difficult to execute, but if you want to be the best teammate, learn to respect. Respect yourself and respect the other person. Now, when I say respect, I'm not asking you to start greeting people and shaking hands with them. Not that kind of respect. Start respecting everybody else's work, your own work, everyone's role in the office, and your own role in the office. It's very, very important to respect people and their work. Once you do that, people will start trusting you, you will start trusting people, and that will lead to the formation of a good bond. And there is no team in the world that can function without a good bond. In the olden days, there used to be stories where kings who were these dictators and authoritative figures would take their troops, their army to war. And out of fear, their soldiers would actually fight hard in the war. But there were kings who were like good rulers. They were kind and they respected their army. So their army would actually lay down their lives for their leader because they loved and respected their leader. So do you realize how important it is to respect people? And the key to respecting people? The key to respecting people is to respect yourself. When you truly respect your own life and your own work, you will start behaving in a respectful manner with others and respect their work equally. So yes, this one's a real toughie and it's going to take you a lot of effort, but you've got to do this. If you want to be the best teammate at work, learn to respect. Going back to the time when I was very new at work, I would always want some sort of validation or appreciation from outside. It could be my colleagues, it could be my bosses, it could be someone else at work. I just wanted to hear that I was doing good work. And that's quite a natural tendency, A lot of us want appreciation. So if you want to be the best teammate that there is, please learn to appreciate. That's right. So when I say appreciate, it means you could personally appreciate a person, or you could keep appreciating their work. And I'm not saying that by appreciating a team member or a co-worker, you're actually telling that person, you're the best, you don't need to try any harder. It basically means that the task you've done so far is worthy of appreciation, is worthy of praise, which is why we're giving you the praise where it's due. But in that sense, we're also encouraging people to do better for the next time. So if you keep the spirit of appreciation in your team, you will realize that everyone's learning to respect and appreciate each other even more. And this thing will actually grow to be the culture of your team and will actually be something that makes your team really strong. So I think one really cool thing that we would do back in our office, in our team, is we would actually have this beginning of the week appreciation session wherein we would meet for about 5 to 7 minutes and openly in an open forum really appreciate the tasks that people have done in the past week. We would appreciate each other and we would really encourage each other to do better, and it felt like such a beautiful team bonding that is something that I've never forgotten. So well, if you want to be the best teammate, learn to appreciate and teach others to appreciate, because wherever there is positivity, there's always growth and productivity. one more thing that I want to tell you, if you want to become the best teammate that there ever was, is that you need to recognize that everyone is unique and has a unique purpose. Now, in a team, every person has a unique role and a unique purpose. We all know that. People come from different educational backgrounds, from different economic setups, from different sets of tradition. So it's almost like an amalgamation or a melting pot of cultures and people. And sometimes it becomes very difficult to run a team, especially if you're the team manager. It becomes very difficult to bring everyone on the same page in terms of their thought process and work process. Now, what you can do is you can first and foremost recognize that people don't need to be clones of each other in a team, because that will lead to the downfall of the team. Everyone is unique, has a unique purpose and serves a unique purpose. So all you need to do is let people be unique and let them fulfill their unique roles. For example, if you're driving a car, every part of the car has a unique purpose and a unique role to play. You can't expect all the parts of the car to be the same. Similarly, with people, you can't expect everyone to be a problem solver. You can't expect everyone to be a performer. Everyone's going to have their unique approach. They're going to bring something different to the table, and that's going to make your team interesting, and it's going to give your team so much more personality. So instead of trying to get everyone to behave, dress, and think in the same manner, let people be unique and recognize their unique purpose. That way, you'll end up becoming the best teammate or the best team manager. Another really important thing in order to become the best teammate is to learn how to give and receive feedback, constructive feedback. Now, let me explain the difference between constructive and destructive feedback. Constructive feedback starts with a little bit of appreciation and then focuses on the areas of improvement. Destructive feedback often comes from a place of anger and ego and is aimed at putting the other person down. Now, if I ask you which of these feedbacks is going to help your team grow, I know you're going to say constructive because that is the correct answer. So as a team player or a teammate, it's very important for you to learn how to give feedback, constructive feedback, and how to receive constructive feedback, because feedback can never be only in one direction. It has to flow in both directions. It has to be to and fro. So you have to share your perspective and be willing to accept somebody else's opinion or perspective. Most teams actually end up crumbling and facing a lot of problems when the people in the team are unable to give and receive constructive feedback. So I really feel that if you really want to really strengthen this area or this aspect of your team, you should actually indulge in offering trainings to your team on how one can give and receive constructive feedback. Because feedback opens the channel to honest communication, and honest communication can always go a long way and make your team way more productive than it already is. So make sure that you know how to deliver constructive feedback, and if someone's giving you some sort of feedback, you know how to take it without making it really personal, without making it about your ego, and using all of this feedback to make your team better. And that's when you will be the best teammate that there is. Now, we've already spoken about how each person has a unique role and a purpose in your team. It could also be that each person has unique strengths and unique weaknesses in your team. Now, when you know someone's strengths, it's very easy to use them to better your team. But what do you do with the weaknesses? Now, make sure if you want to build a solid team and be a solid, amazing teammate, make sure that you don't leave behind the person who has certain weaknesses. If you know the weaknesses of each person in your team, now make sure that all of you are working in a united fashion to overcome and better these weaknesses. Because in the long run, even if you show a slight improvement in each person's weakness, that will make your team stronger. But if you leave the weaknesses as is, you will end up hampering the personal growth of your team, and that will lead to a weak team. So make sure you're not leaving any of those weaknesses behind. You're advancing with the strengths and working to better the weaknesses, and this will make you a great team player, a great team manager, and all in all, you will have a great team. Another thing that you want to do if you want to be the best teammate that there is lead by example. I know it's a tough one. It's not so easy to execute. But if you can lead by example, you could end up changing and bettering the entire culture of your team. Now, when I say lead by example, I mean you can demonstrate the most ideal team behavior that there is, which means, punctuality, compassion, mutual understanding, respect, politeness, patience, efficiency, productivity, and the list goes on and on and on. But even if you can take some few core qualities and work hard at demonstrating them and work hard at actually actualizing them, a lot of people around you, especially your team, will start looking up to you, start getting inspired, and will start emulating you. And that way, you will end up changing the culture of your team at a core level. And in no time, your entire team will have these principles of punctuality, mutual respect, understanding, compassion, patience, and whatever required in their forte. And that would lead to a fantastic team and team culture. So, well, those were my suggestions in order to make your team amazing and for you to be the best teammate that there is. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's time for me, Reema, to take your leave. I'm going to come back very soon with yet another video. Till then, I want you to know that all you've got to do is keep watching Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world.